Hello. Um, I kind of wanted to talk briefly on something that I've kind of noticed, but I don't know if it's. I mean, it's not really like anything crazy, but it's just something. It's a behavior that I noticed in myself that I've kind of come to realize is very strange to most people, and I don't really necessarily understand why it's so bizarre, but apparently it just is. What this is that when I was in college, there was like a green area. There was some grass in between a bunch of the uh, like buildings, and so in between classes, rather than walking back to my apartment on days that it wasn't like raining or something, I would go and I would lay down on the grass and kind of just hang out and wait until it was time for my next class. And um, on multiple occasions, I would have like an hour or so before my next class. So I would lie down, set a timer on my phone, and I would take a nap. And I came to really enjoy this experience. And when it started getting too cold to lie outside, I found out that there was like a small greenhouse in one of the like on one of the roof levels in a building that was like nearby that area. So instead of being outside, I would go to the greenhouse instead, just so that I could still kind of hang out where there was like some plants or something. Because I don't know, it just felt better. Like, I don't know, I liked being around nature and plants, especially because I was at a school in the city. So, like, there just wasn't a whole lot of that. So I just felt a little bit more at home, at peace. But so I started kind of doing this really then. And once I started doing it, that was like what I was looking forward to. I was like, I can't wait for this class to be over so I can go go lie down. Um, but uh, Now that I have graduated, I no longer really have a reason to go just lie in the grass, right? There's no real reason. Like, I'm not waiting for my next class. I don't have something that I'm like waiting before I have to go to. So typically, I don't lay out on the grass. I've done it on occasion here and there, but not as much as I used to, not as often as I used to. And then, um, being at work, working in an office, I'm pretty much in the office all day. Um, and it's almost like I'm in a little like isolation chamber that has cut me off from the outside world, especially during the winter when it's um, like there's more darkness than day, right? It's more night than day. So, um, you know, a majority of my day is spent in darkness, in the sense that sunlight does not touch me. There's lights on in the building, of course, but sunlight does not typically, reach me. And there's windows I can see out of, but they're so powerful. They're so like thickly glazed and stuff that it looks dark. It looks a few shades darker than it actually is outside. And so while technically I can see outside the windows, um, I don't know how much of the sun is really getting through there, right? And so I feel like I'm living this kind of like isolated thing. And so I was like, I think I need to start, um, you know, taking naps again and going out and laying in the grass. So there's like a little bit of grass that's like around the parking lot of the office building. And so during like my lunchtime, I will go out and I'll just When it was warm this past summer, I would just go out, find a spot, and plop myself down and pass out. And it doesn't need to be for long. Like a 20-minute nap is plenty, and it's actually such a jarring experience because I'll lay down for 20 minutes, and I know it's 20 minutes because I set a timer, and then my timer will go off, and it feels like I was asleep for hours, and it is very interesting. um, just today, I had taken a nap, and it really felt like I had been sleeping for hours, but I had only been asleep for 20 minutes. And the day before that, I also, because the weather was nice enough, I have a whole setup. I'll get to that because it's still winter, so it's cold out. I have a whole setup so that I can still lie down. Um, but so this just the other day, I was sleeping, and it was the first time in a while that I had done that, and it was a little bit colder, so I don't know if that had an impact compared to today. Today was so nice, and sunny, but it was just a very jarring experience, more than usual, because sometimes I wake up and it feels like I had just died or something, um, it's just it's a weird experience. I don't know if I can really properly describe it, but at the same time, I also feel refreshed, if that makes sense. And just the other day, I was kind of frozen, in my sleep, in my dreams. I was trying to wake up, but all my attempts at waking up led to me waking up within a dream. So I would be like, oh, okay, I got up, right? But then I would realize that I didn't actually get up and I was still in a dream. And then I'd be like, oh, I didn't get up. Okay, oh, now I get up. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm still in a dream. And I did that at least 4, maybe 5 times, maybe more. And that was a very interesting experience because on one hand, it was like I don't know. It was a bizarre experience because you think that you're you're doing something, you think that you're getting up, you think that you're moving, and then you realize that you haven't actually done anything at all, and it's just, I don't know, that's just weird. Anyway, not exactly what I was going for, but I guess I wanted to share that experience. But for me, it is not just rest. On one hand, yes, I'm taking a quick power nap, but I think it's on a whole nother level. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go take a quick nap. To me, this is healing. I wrote down a little bit of something to talk about here, but I wasn't using my notes. But yeah. What so what I put for my little note here is I like to take naps on the ground outdoors, and people think I'm crazy for it. I don't understand why relaxing in nature directly connected to the earth is a weird thing to do. It also just feels amazing, and I'm always more refreshed afterwards. Sometimes it takes a minute to recover, but the rest is on a whole nother level. It's not just sleep, at least not for me. So what I'm saying there is that on one hand, yes, I'm taking a nap, but I feel like it's more than me just sleeping. And having that direct connection and lying like on the ground just feels right to me. And so I enjoy it, and that's what I do. And my whole setup that I like, the things is that like no one else does this. Like, there's people that do this for sure, but like at my office, no, I'm a wacko. Like I'm pretty I actually a funny story. I found this out. Like I don't know if they really realized that maybe this was like not something they should have told me, but someone told me that they like my defining feature, like when someone like they were new, so they were talking to me and they were new, and so someone was describing who I was or something along those lines, and they're like, "Oh, the guy that always wears a jacket." Um, and I just thought it was so funny that that was my description, because like I'm always so cold in the office, so I pretty much always have a jacket on, and in some cases I have more than one jacket on, and I have my big brown coat. If you saw my little skit video of little guy in a big jacket, that's the coat that I wear like all the time in the office, and so it's kind of iconic for me, I guess. Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, he's in his jacket again," and I didn't know that like that's how everyone thought of me. Not that I'm like shocked by it, but I just thought it was funny that like I'm just the guy that's always wearing a jacket. um, but I think that it's things along those lines. Like I imagine that's not the only thing that I'm known as, and I feel like a lot of people just look at me as like weird, and I'm totally fine with it. Like I really don't care what anyone in the office thinks of my actions, because I enjoy them, and they make they make me happy, and anyone that thinks I'm crazy for doing them, I pity them, to be honest, because they don't know what they're missing. Um, but um, I have so just laying out on the lawn, like just going out and taking a nap on the lawn, is already seen as crazy. And then in the winter, I have like, I have a sleeping bag. I got like a canvas tarp that I put down as well in case it's a little damp. So I have the canvas tarp, then I have a wool blanket that I put under that, and then I have my sleeping bag that I hop into with my jacket adorned. And depending on how cold it is, I have a little hat on too, and I'm like all bundled up. It's so great. I took a nap today, and I woke up, and I just like looked up at the blue sky with the sun on my face, and there's like a tree above me, and I was just like looking at the branches like sway in the wind, and I'm just like in the it was like, it wasn't like a lot of wind, like a gentle breeze, and I'm just like, this is so gorgeous. This moment is so precious, and I got to go back to work. Oh man, I don't like being in an office. But uh, another thing that I can add on here, that's pretty much as far as that goes for now. But another thing is that I was working on the weekend at my other job, and in between, like we had like we were doing like, it was like a special thing, so we had like sessions of when people were coming in and leaving, and so in between the sessions, I got like a cup of coffee, and I walked outside, and the location is like in the middle of farm country, so it was like kind of sunny out and nice, and I'm like, I haven't had a chance to really be outside because I've been working all weekend. You know, I'm gonna go take a minute to go out there, and a part of me is kind of like torn by this, because like I like doing these things, but I don't like when other people are watching me, because I know that I'm getting judged, and so it's kind of like a weird. It's kind of like a weird thing, because a part of my ego is like, wow, like they probably think I'm so cool and spiritual or whatever, and then another part of me is like, this is just what I want to do, like it's not even about like trying to look cool. I actually want to do this. And so I'm kind of like warring with myself. Like, should I get up because it looks like I'm posturing? But the other part of me is like, no, but I actually want to do this. Like I actually, so it's like I kind of like war with myself when people are around, because like a part of me is afraid of my ego, and the other part because the other part of me is like my ego is quite strong, and so I'm like, oh, like I'm super cool, right? So like I try and like fight back and forth with myself. It's kind of, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. Anyway, so I went out there, and at first I was just standing out there, but I was like, you know what, I want to sit down. And so there was kind of like a slight slope down, and so I kind of sat down on the slight hill, off a ways from where the building is, and I was just kind of chilling there, and like there wasn't anything for me to be doing, so I'm just kind of sitting there, sipping my coffee and looking out at the horizon, looking at the clouds, looking at the sky, looking at the fields that have been harvested and are just sitting, waiting for spring to be replanted, and I'm just sitting there, right, and some people come out and since we're all like we're on a break basically, so other people come out and they don't come over to me or anything, but like they're over outside the building, and they're all just kind of standing there. I can kind of hear them mumbling some things, and I can hear them kind of talking about me, and I can tell they're talking about me, and so that like kind of hypes my ego up too. It's like, oh, they're looking at me, oh, they know I'm here, like, oh, they probably think, right, but at the same time I'm also like, I really wish that they would just go away, because like it's not about them. And the problem is that as I did in another talk, is that all I do is make people feel lesser for my actions. And so I can't be myself around people because because I feel like they're thinking, oh, he thinks he's so much better than me, being sitting over there meditating or whatever, or like being out there in nature. Like he must think he's so mysterious and cool and all of that. And I'm like that's not why I'm doing this. Like that's not why I'm there. I went out there. Like it doesn't. If no one saw me do it, I would have done it anyway, and I would have enjoyed it more. Right? If there weren't people out there watching me and mumbling behind my back saying, like, what's he trying to prove? Who does he think he is? Like, I could hear them literally saying this. And it's like it's just so annoying. And at one point they were like, I will say that I was kind of like looking, like the wind was blowing, but like this is the thing is like, a part of me feels like I have to start like acting in a sense. Or like, I don't know. Right? And so the wind was blowing. And so I'm like, I was kind of interested, and this is just a minor side tangent, but I won't say it. Never mind. But the wind was blowing, and so I kind of turned towards the wind a little bit, and one of the people was like, "Yo, Sam, it's okay. We're not taking a photo," or something like that. And so I just gave him the middle finger, and I didn't look back. I just flipped him off, because that's the game they're playing. And I don't want any part of that. But I don't know, cause a part of me tried to think of was kind of annoyed by that, because it's like, why, I can't be myself. People hate it when I be myself. They hate it. And I hate that. And that's why I'm typically alone and I don't have a lot of friends. Because I haven't found many people I can be myself with. And I'd rather be alone than with people I have to pretend I'm someone I'm not. The thought that kind of came, because I was trying to think of if they tried to jab at me or say something as I walked back, if they said something what are you trying to prove being over there? And my question is, what are you trying to prove by not being over there? What are you trying to prove by being over there? If I'm here, right, and you're here, and you're saying, what am I trying to prove by being over here? What are you trying to prove by being over there? Right? What are you trying to prove? How about you shut up? Right? like I'm a little frustrated because I just like I'm so tired of pretending. I'm so tired of not being able to be myself and live in this world in a way that's enjoyable for me. And I'm really getting sick of it. Like what are you trying to prove by being cool and tough and like, oh, I just kind of go outside and suck on my vape for 5 minutes. I'm super cool. Like, shut up, bro. Shut up. Um, like it's just like I don't say anything. I didn't like pick a fight and I was fine. I'm friendly and like it doesn't bother me too much. It's what bothers me more is that I can't be myself and not get judged for it. And on the topic of vaping, if you vape or you smoke cigarettes or something like that, it's a pacifier. It's an adult pacifier for babies. It's not cool. It's not good. It's pathetic. You still need your pacifier? How old are you now? You still need a pacifier? Don't don't make fun of me if you're still a baby. I don't know. I'm trying not to be mean and harsh. I actually redid a video that I recently recorded because I was kind of a little too aggressive. And I feel like this one is also, but I'm just over it, right? I don't need to be all high and mighty and gentle and kind. Like I don't care. I don't want to hurt people's feelings for no reason, and I don't think that it's all necessary. Like I don't think that like they necessarily understand their actions because they're children. But I'm tired of having to pretend that I'm the same. And I don't think that, and I'm tired of having to hide that I feel that way. And I'm tired of people looking at me like I'm crazy for being me. So that's that. Peace out.